Entrepreneurship is going to expose you in so many ways. That shadow work you've been avoiding, that those personality traits you've been blaming on your zodiac signs or your upbringing or what you didn't have in your life, entrepreneurship will expose it to the max. And if you are brave enough to stay in it, to face it, and to keep moving because you don't want to stay there, then I see how that will not just transform the business that you are building, but you as a person, your transformation will mean that you can go into any business and make something great, make something shake. I think when people start in entrepreneurship, right, you have a good idea, you have a talent, you have a need that you want to fill, whether it's in a boring business, an exciting business, a futuristic business, we know this is going to work business, right? Whatever industry is in. But it's going to expose you. This is what I'm learning. It's exposing so many different parts of me. At the same time that I am addressing these parts of me, I'm also not staying in I'm a horrible person. Like, when are you going to put the childhood trauma work down? But when you are focused on building something, you are in essence building yourself. So the person that was really good with schoolwork, did really good in a corporate job where someone else was always holding you accountable, and so you met or exceeded their standards, when you go from that to working for yourself or working in a business, like a small business, like something that didn't exist before you decided to put energy to it and make it happen, Captain, you are going to face so many different aspects of who you are, because the reward system that you were so used to and programmed to look forward to for the rest of your life is no longer going to be there, right? The knowing of the bi-weekly pay, the knowing of how many days of vacation you are going to get, the knowing that whether or not someone chooses to purchase the product of the company that you work for or not, you will still be getting paid and your livelihood won't be, at least immediately, impacted. When you become a business owner and you are in these up and down money phases, you are trying to figure out, like, okay, customers aren't always right. We all know this, right? Customers aren't always right. However, if your business depends on customer-client interaction, obviously they all do, you can't just go and tell off somebody just because you don't like their attitude. Technically you can, but in today's day and age, everyone is recording, uploading, reviewing, and it could just really affect your business. And so you also have to have boundaries of what you will and will not accept, but at the same time, you can't sabotage yourself. So it's like, well, who are you? And then the other biggest part that I am growing in are my daily behaviors, right? Your daily habits will determine how far you go. When you are owner of something, you can do whatever you want whenever you please. You can spend how much money you want. You are the boss, you are the employee. Likely when you're starting off, it's likely just you. And so you have all of this freedom. But with all of this freedom comes responsibility. Like, you have to set aside your taxes. Like, you have to do all these things. And so you can get into the habit of making money and spending just as much, but you aren't actually building a business. You're just like self-employed, which is nothing wrong with that. But if you're building a business and your behaviors are going to determine whether or not your business is successful, your personal behaviors determine if your business is successful. You see, it's like a direct connection. And so if your behaviors are scattered brain all over the place, I do it when I feel like it, led by emotions, led by tides and seasonality, and led by everything outside of discipline, then you actually aren't free. Like a prisoner at another level, right? So instead of being a wage prisoner in a company, you're a wage prisoner for yourself, like self-employed. Because your discipline or lack thereof obviously determines your behaviors. And when you lack discipline, your behaviors reflect that. I am learning this because for a long time, like last year when I started writing my newsletters, when it was just literally my parents, my sister, and like 2 other people subscribed, I was able to write my newsletter day of, barely reviewed it, and then send it out. Now that I'm growing a list, I can't just be lackadaisical with that, because this is me presenting myself. This is how I'm presenting myself in my work and my perspective. And also, writing is something I enjoy. So why was I not putting in the effort? Because my reward system was, my thought process was, the people reading it love me anyway, so it didn't matter. It's not like that anymore. I have people who I've never met from in different countries around the world subscribing to my newsletter, and it is growing, and I just can't do what I was doing at that same time. So I had to build a level of discipline so that my daily behavior would take me on the route to my goals, right? So it's something that I'm building and I'm working on, and I really like talking about it while I'm in it and while I'm recognizing it. The reason why your discipline actually grants you freedom more so than like the chaos is what I'm learning. Is like when you're disciplined, you have boundaries, right? You're not just going to do any and everything. You're not available for every event. You have boundaries set around what you do, what you eat, who you're around, your environment, and you are essentially like designing. You are designing a life that appeals to you, that reflects where you want to go, where you are, and what is going to be impactful and hopefully for your best, right? When you are designing your ideal life, your behaviors and what you accept is going to change. And when that changes, your world is going to change. And when your world changes, you change. Well, are you going to be a sucker? Are you going to be a loser and go back to the things that didn't serve you and be undisciplined and call it freedom? It's fake freedom. It's actually being undisciplined is fake freedom, because you think that you have all these options, you can do everything, that you're free, but really you're just a prisoner to those things. You are a prisoner to the things that you allow, which in your case, if this is you, is everything. So you're the opposite of free. A free person has boundaries. A free person utilizes discipline in every area of their life. And that way they aren't controlled by anything except the things inside of their boundaries. So they are more free. They have more capacity. With that said, I have learned to recognize the behaviors, the conversations, the environment, the people, what my social media scrolling algorithm looks like. I have started viewing them as additions and subtractions, right? Simple math. Is this adding to what I'm doing or taking away from what I'm doing? And when you do that, I think you can look at it in a different perspective, right? So if I'm in the middle of what could have been an hour doom scroll, and it's 15 minutes in and I'm just cracking up, and I was like, wait, I haven't blinked enough. Blinking is important for like your brain. I gotta look up what the term is, but like blinking, if you don't blink enough every minute, you're like depleting your brain of something. I'm going to put it on the screen. So like when you're staring at your phone, scrolling, you aren't blinking enough, or even any computer actually. So going out in nature is important. Doing the things outside of technology, grounding are important. Eating whole foods, all these things are important. So once I say all to say, when I recognize the importance of my daily behaviors and how much they impact my daily life, I am slowly addressing each thing that I recognize as it goes so that I can improve, because I want my business to succeed, which if it requires me to be a successful person and to have better habits, to have better behaviors, to just be an all around like greatness, then I'm going to do that, because I want to see them both grow. And it is, when I tell you, I don't feel like so some people will address personal development and like, I'm going to go on and address my childhood traumas for years and years and years. I'm not doing that, because at some point you got to put it down. You got to speak power into yourself. You have to go on a journey of empowerment. And so if you're always putting yourself down in that way, I think that's counterproductive. So I feel like I'm trying to find the most balanced way to do it. Some things are brutal truths, right? Like the way you speak to your clients or how you handle customer service is important. I know you know they aren't right, but there's a tactful way to do that. If you don't know how, use AI, find people who you are inspired by and how they handle. There are people who teach this. Nonetheless, you have to go on a improvement journey, right? Not to say you are broken pieces, because I don't view myself like that. I just want to get better and better. I want my business to get better and better, to become one of the best, to become the best, which if that means I have to become better and better to become the best, I'm talking about one of one, then so be it. I have to grow in the direction of my dream life. So if I am mastering my mind so that I can transform my life, so I can get more fulfillment out of this life, then yes, entrepreneurship is one of the most brutal paths for a personal development journey. However, if you're up for the challenge, I think it's one of the most rewarding of them all, because you're not just improving you, you're making the world a better place. And that's my goal. That's it. That's all. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you've joined me before, thank you so much for coming back. And if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. I would truly appreciate it. On my channel, we talk about mindset mastery, transformation. We're trying to get more fulfillment out of this life. So if that interests you, there are some links in the description that can help you build more momentum. In the meantime, in between time, my name is the Spivey J, and I hope you have a beautiful day. All right, peace.
You're beautiful. I hope you know that. I hope you know that.
In the star of the show, my mother made these earrings. Oh, I can't wait to get a link. I love wearing her creations. I love wearing her creations. Support your people. All right, peace.